Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, and today I'm in my garage. I have my spray tent behind me, and I'm gonna start doing some Christmas DIYs using thrift store items. So Goodwill items, yard sale items, you guessed it. Anything super inexpensive. I'm also using like my Cricut, Chalkature, and just some fun items from Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby. I'm just gonna be doing it all today. So anyways, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna be transforming that I bought from yard sales. So I'm also gonna be showing you my mess. So let's go. Okay, so this is the behind the scenes that seriously I don't think I've ever shown ever. So this is everything I bought from yard sales this summer. I also have boxes because that's what I craft on. I have totes. I have a ladder. I always decorate this, but this came from a yard sale for like $2. And just more totes. This is like glass and whatever I threw on top. Some wood, some spray paint, some stain. But this is what I'm going to be working with right here. So I'm going to be sanding some of these items you're going to see. And then I'm also just going to be redoing a few of these. This was from Goodwill. It's like a brand new Target dollar spot type thing. And it was, anyways, I can't get that to work, but this was only $1.49 for this plant stand, originally $5. So that is already going to be kind of done, and we're going to just decorate it for Christmas. And then I have this really cute rocking chair, and this rocking chair was free. And then just some like really fun 50 cents for this joy sign. We got a rolling pin that was 75 cents. We have this cool cutting board. This was I think $1. Some fun sleds. That was $1.50. And this one was $2. And this really cute like lantern here I think was $2. And then I have these little cute signs like this, 25 cents. So we're going to be really creating some amazing DIYs. Also, Walmart clearance had these for $1 for these sandals. So I don't have my little grubby gross sandals anymore. This is my crafting, staining, sanding, spray painting sandal. So let's go. So this is the sander I'm going to be using. I always use this Bosch sander. I love this one because it has 6 different settings on the side. So you can either go like really slow with sanding or super fast. And I always use a 60 grit sandpaper. I know it's probably not everyone's cup of tea, but that's what I do. I also have candy in my mouth because you got to have something to do while you're sanding, because sanding's not really that much fun. But and I don't like stripping, so don't even go there. Anyways, let's get going. DIY is this cutting board. I'm going to be using the Waverly chalk paint in Crimson. This only took 1 coat of paint. I did sand it down really nicely and thought about staining it, but sometimes we just need a little bit of red, especially when we are decorating for Christmas time. I feel like sometimes I don't have enough color, and red is definitely that pop of color that we need for Christmas decor. So I only had to do 1 coat. I did the sides, the front, and the back of this. And that's why I love chalk paint, is because you only need 1 good coat. I decided to go in with a Chalkature transfer. I love these silkscreen transfers. They're my favorite. I just love how high-end products look when it's all finished. It looks almost store-bought at times. I loved this one. It says Santa Claus is coming to town. And then I am going to use my fuzzing cloth just to get some of the stickiness off of that silkscreen transfer. And I'm going to be laying it on the top of this cutting board. And then I'm also going to be adding that Cookies for Santa at the bottom later on. This could be a decor. And then you could also add some Cookies for Santa on here if you chose. You can seal it with like a clear sealer. I think that works really great too. And then you don't have to worry about anything chipping or coming off of your project. This one I totally forgot to add a clear coat. You could use like polyacrylic, you could use whatever you choose. If you want it to last longer, you won't be like me and you will add some of that clear coat. I like the clear coat spray by Rust-Oleum, and it just takes like 2, I usually do like 2 layers of that. Just make sure my projects stay intact and good to go. I'm using the bright white chalk paste, and the reveal is literally everything when I do Chalkature. Look at that. It's so pretty and it's so beautiful, and I'm just I don't use chalk couture enough in videos. I also feel like I don't do thrift videos enough. I did so much yard saling this year, and I really want to make sure that I use all of it. So a lot I'm going to be using for Christmas. I specifically bought items for Christmas because you just never know what you're going to need. And honestly, I paid way better prices for items like this than the Dollar Tree. As much as I love Dollar Tree, there's only so much we can make, but I love this, and you would never find anything like this at the dollar store. So probably every single floral or greenery piece that I use, it's going to be from last year or the year before. I have tons and tons and large giant amounts of greenery and florals from Christmas last year that I did not use. I have picks and all sorts, and they either came from Walmart, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, maybe even like Joann's or Hobby Lobby. But I'm just gluing some greenery here, and then this was a burlap snowflake from, I'm not really sure where, and then some little gingerbread Christmas pieces. These are cute little wood cutouts from Hobby Lobby, and when you can get them 50% off, I think it was only $2.50 for the entire pack. And these are just the cutest little embellishments you could use. And that is all I did for this fun little $1 cutting board. I am going to be sanding this duck sled down. I also am using that other sled, that darker green color that I showed you in the beginning of the video. I was really bad at doing before and after shots. Usually I'm very good at it, especially when it comes to thrifting, because I love seeing what it looked like before and after. This vintage Christmas scrapbook paper came from Hobby Lobby, 50% off, $5 for 60 sheets. I did a Hobby Lobby video, and I'll just link it in the description box so you can see like exactly where I got some of these items or how much they cost. I am painting this sled just because you never know. You don't really want everything to bleed through, and I wasn't super gung-ho on using scrapbook paper because sometimes I just like adding like chalk couture or something to the sleds, but knowing that it had those cracks down the center, normally I have bleeding when it comes to chalk couture if there is like cracks or something. So I did end up going with that scrapbook paper, and then obviously for the little, I want to say rungs, but I don't think that's correct. I painted those with the crimson red by Waverly, cut that scrap paper down to size, used a glue stick, added it to the top, and of course it's not done. And no, it did not fit all the way, but we're going to be adding stuff to the top, so you will not even know. I decided to dry brush just because that red was just a little too dark for that scrapbook paper, and this only takes a couple seconds. I'm just using, I think I am using a chip brush. I get my chip brushes from Dixie Belle. You can probably get them from Walmart or probably absolutely anywhere. I'm using an ornament. I don't think this was an ornament actually. I think this was a stake you put in the ground. This was from Walmart a couple years ago. And then I'm just adding that to the center, and then a little twine bow. I was going to say burlap bow. Every time I use twine or burlap, I want to say the opposite. This really pretty pick, I think, was $1.24 from Walmart last year. My Walmart does not have Christmas yet. Maybe it's coming soon. I've seen so many people have Christmas at their Walmart or Dollar Trees. My Dollar Tree is now getting, this is like October 11th or 12th today, and they still don't have Christmas stuff. They're like just getting Christmas stuff out. Anyways, I'm adding that greenery with those pine cones. I love that flocked look. We're going to be adding some of these berries, and I think these were from Dollar Tree, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, you can find berries absolutely everywhere. Sled, I'm going to be using this Countdown to Christmas. This was a chalk couture silkscreen transfer from last year. I love buying their kits. They are super fun. So if you just want to try chalk couture out, you can just purchase a kit and it has everything you need to go along with it. But I love those. I'm using the chalk paste. I'm using Forest, Velvet, and I want to say this is a shimmer crimson color. I picked that up last year, and I just wanted a little bit of color, a little bit of fun, so I did go with some red and green, and then I went with black for the countdown. And my favorite part is about to come up. It is when I reveal these silkscreen transfers. This is why I love using these. This one is so pretty. It almost just beat expectation on what I thought it was going to be. Once that was dry, I used these little tiny wreaths from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to add like a little sticky dot on the back side so you can actually use this as a countdown to Christmas. Also, I think this sled was the $1.50 one, and then the one previously I used was the $2 one. So if you go back in the beginning of the video, you'll see what this looked like before. It was a lot of sanding for sure. Another Hobby Lobby item, $2.99 with 50% off. This was a Merry Christmas wood piece, and this was $1.50, and I really liked this one, using that Waverly chalk paint in the crimson color. Once again, just going to be painting that Merry Christmas. Up this frame from a yard sale, 75 cents. It did not have glass or backing or anything like that, but I just really liked how it kind of just gave me that farmhouse vibes 100%. And I love farmhouse decor, and I love all farmhouse. So Christmas, fall decor, regular decor, everyday, all decor, farmhouse. It's my jam. I love it. So Merry Christmas, glue that to the bottom of the frame, and then I'm just going to be adding like a corner piece for this like greenery and the berries. And this is from Walmart for sure, and this was my favorite. I don't know if I found any last year or if I'm just reusing from the previous years, but this pine with the pine cones was hands down my favorite. So I'm just adding it to this corner, and then I'm just going to be adding in some of those red little berries just cut apart from other picks and pieces like that. And there we go. I just wanted to add some of this berries from, this wreath. I guess it's not a pick, it's a wreath. Just adding some like actual like greenery with that flocked look and some berries, of course. It kind of just makes that Merry Christmas kind of pop just a little bit. DIY the rolling pin, $1, going in with that vintage Christmas scrapbook paper. I loved this. At first I kind of thought maybe it was going to be too much green, and I'm like, no, let's just go with it. Let's go for it. I'm just kind of cutting the scrapbook paper to size, and then I'm using my good old glue stick. So at first I was thinking I was just drawing an antique, but I honestly don't think this per se was an antique. I could be wrong, but my grandma has a ton of antiques and a ton of like older rolling pins, and I feel like somebody painted the sides with that green color to make it look like an antique, because I'm pretty sure it's not. Like I said, I could be 100% wrong. Sorry if I ruined an antique, but I think it just gives it a little bit more, and it's going to be around for a long time too. So I think that this gives it like a fresh new look when it comes to an antique. Like, antiques are great as is, but sometimes they need a little bit of help, or nobody's going to want them. Like, I picked this up at a garage sale because nobody wanted it, and now I do, and now it's a really cute Christmas piece. Adding some twine around the handles, and then once that was done, I went in with those cute little wooden gingerbreads once again from Hobby Lobby and added 2 to the side of this rolling pin. snowman wreath was 50 cents from a garage sale, of course. And I'm just going to be tearing apart the middle piece, and the head kind of started falling off the other wreath using a fleece scarf and an ornament and a bow from Dollar Tree from last year. We're going to soon be giving this little snowman an upgrade. Once I saw this at a garage sale, I was like, I'm going to leave this as a snowman, but just kind of give it a little bit of extra something. Like, it was just missing so much, and it just looked so sad, and it seriously needed a home. So I wrapped the scarf around, added some pine picks, added that bow, and then I glued the hat to the top of the snowman. And if you hold that hat down for just a little bit of time, it will glue right on there, and I haven't had an issue with it falling apart, and it's kind of just been hanging out on my door since I've done this video. So it's been a little while. It's been a few days. Next DIY is this joy sign. This was, I think it was 75 cents or 50 cents. And I know it was like one of those really fun pieces that you can pick up at Michael's or Hobby Lobby for a few dollars, but under $1 for this. I'm using the color Truffle in the Waverly chalk paint. I wanted a darker color brown because I kind of wanted this to look like a gingerbread man. So I'm using some fabric glue. This was actually from Dollar Tree a year or so ago, and I'm just putting some dots around this. I made some really cute gingerbread cookies last year using some wood ornaments and this from Dollar Tree. And yeah, this is all I did for this. I just added a bunch of dots to make it look like a cute little gingerbread sign. This would look really cute with other gingerbread DIYs or pieces that you picked up. This is all I did. I think it is the cutest little thing. So you don't actually need to create a ton or take a long time to make something really cute. I loved this one. Here's my plant stand from Target, and I already added some bottle brush trees from Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby, added some faux snow and some pom-poms, and that little truck is from Dollar Tree, and I think it was from around fall a year or so ago. I reuse my items a lot, and when I mean a lot, I was trying to take those trees apart, so I don't even know why I showed that in the video, but I was kind of questioning what I was doing, and then I just said, you know what, I think this looks cute. Add some twinkle lights to this, or fairy lights, and you have just a really cool piece right here that you could change out. But since I glued the trees, I think I might destroy the trees if I try to do something else with this. But overall, I think this one is super cute. Next one right here, I picked this up for $2.49 from the Goodwill outlet. It was brand new in the packaging still, and it probably could have been from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I can't remember the brand. It might have been the Art Minds brand, but I ripped that chalkboard off, and now I'm just going to be painting all around with the white chalk paint. And then I kind of got halfway through here and realized that I really didn't need to paint the middle because we're going to be adding that chalkboard piece right back. So once this was done, I just used a ton of hot glue to add that chalkboard piece back. And I thought about staining this one too. I love using stains, so I always question if I should have painted it white or stained it. But I think that once this was done, I was super excited that I did paint this. And I had this upside down, so I had to switch it around. The looks of what hot glue looks like is insane. It looks like a little spider web to me when I was pulling that off. I'm using another Chalkateur silkscreen transfer. This one came in a 4-pack, and I did some other DIYs in a different video. Hasn't came out yet, but this was just one of 4, and this says Peppermint mine this way, and I'm just using the red chalk paste along with the white chalk paste by Chalkateur. And then of course we pull this off and give it a nice little reveal, and it is everything I thought I would want it to be. I also picked up these cute little ornaments from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to be adding a few of these around this Peppermint mine sign. But you guys, that is it for my DIYs, Christmas thrift DIYs. I love doing these. I need to do them more. Please tell me in the comments below I need to do more of these because my absolute favorites are things that I thrift for cheap. But if you guys like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love if you consider sticking around and subscribing. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!